Right now, Washington, D.C. is in the middle of a political firestorm like we haven't seen in years. A sitting defense secretary is on the very brink of being removed from office, and this crisis is escalating by the hour.
So let's set the scene. The date is April 17th, 2026. And no, this isn't some history lesson or political drama from the past. This is unfolding in real time, and the shockwaves are just starting to hit.
The nation's capital is in a state of absolute chaos. As this impeachment drama plays out, the actual gears of government are just locking up, threatening to bring everything to a grinding halt.
And here's the explosive heart of it all. For the first time in decades, a defense secretary is facing impeachment and, potentially, immediate removal from office. This just doesn't happen. So let's dive into our first section, Crisis at the Pentagon. At the very center of this storm is Secretary Pete Hegseth, and he's now facing 6 pretty damning articles of impeachment.
So you have to be asking, how on earth did we get here, to this breaking point? Well, to really understand the chaos of today, we have to rewind the clock a little bit to see where it all started.
And that takes us to the single event that lit this whole powder keg, the February 28th disaster. It was supposed to be a tactical strike, but it had catastrophic and, frankly, tragic consequences. 168. Just let that number sink in. That's how many civilians, mostly young girls, were killed when a U.S. strike missed its intended target, a missile depot in Iran, and hit a school instead. The international fallout was, as you can imagine, immediate and severe. His opponents in Congress are not calling this a mistake, they're calling it a gross violation of the Geneva Convention. That's basically an accusation of a war crime. And this isn't just about a tragic outcome, it's about a total breakdown in process. The core claim, coming from sources inside the Defense Department, is that Secretary Hegseth completely bypassed standard intelligence protocols and personally authorized that strike. And that alleged breach of protocol, well, that's what triggered the formal political response. So let's actually look at the case for impeachment and see how this one disastrous strike led to a full-blown effort to remove him from office.
This timeline shows you just how unbelievably fast this is all moving. The strike was on February 28th. The articles of impeachment were officially filed on April 15th, and the Senate trial? It's scheduled to begin in just 3 days. Events are moving at a breakneck pace.
But the case against him goes way beyond that one strike. The articles allege this really disturbing pattern of behavior, including mismanagement of military funds and even the illegal deployment of special forces.
But Article 4, that is the real political bombshell here. It accuses Hegseth of deliberately lying to both the president and the American public, all to justify a deeper military engagement in Iran.
Okay, so this might all feel like some high-stakes political battle happening far away in Washington. But this isn't just a D.C. problem. The fallout from this crisis is about to hit you directly, right at the gas pump.
This is the crucial connection we have to make. This isn't some distant political drama. It has real, immediate consequences for your everyday life.
The term being thrown around to describe the fallout is an economic earthquake. Seriously, as soon as the impeachment news broke, global markets just went into a complete nosedive.
And this chart right here illustrates the immediate impact perfectly. A 4% surge in wholesale fuel prices almost overnight. See, when the Pentagon's leadership is in turmoil, the stability of the global oil supply is suddenly at risk, and all that uncertainty is being passed directly on to you.
So what happens next? Where do we go from here? With the Senate trial just days away, the entire nation is on edge, and you can just feel that the stakes could not be any higher. And this entire trial is going to hinge on 2 completely competing narratives. Is Secretary Hegseth a patriot? A guy making the tough, necessary calls you have to make in a brutal war? Or is he a liability, a rogue actor whose actions risk dragging the entire nation into a much wider global conflict? And that leaves us with the central, massive question of this entire crisis. Is this impeachment really about upholding the rule of law? Or is it a desperate, last-ditch political maneuver to slam the brakes on a full-blown war? The Senate has to decide, and frankly, the world is waiting for the answer.